Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm Tim and we are currently playing through Silent War 2.0, Campaign 3, Turning the Tide. We are on week 4 of April 1943. And before we get started, I just wanted to mention I picked up one of these flexible tripod stands for my camera. So I'm hoping maybe we can have a little bit more stable picture here for you guys. Not so much of me waving the phone all over the place with my hand while we're playing. So I'm hoping we can kind of get a balance here. I like being able to like zoom in on different areas of that we're dealing with, rather than just having a fixed camera somewhere. But hopefully this will kind of give us the best of both worlds. We can still get some up close shots here, but still try to be a little bit more stable with the camera. All right, so let's start off then with the war event phase. Ooh, we got a 1 on our first die, so we are going to have our first war event here, and it is a 9. So let's consult the scenario book here for the war period tables. Let's see, war period 3. We've got event number 9 is if the date is not April 1944 or later, it is not. Roll twice on the ultra table. Okay. Like that. If it were April 1944 or later, then we'd have either, well, first time would be the invasion of Saipan, and after that would be the invasion of Guam. But we are going to get to roll twice on the ultra table, which sounds good. Get this in the shot here where you can see it. All right, so we'll just use both dice for that then, make it easy. So 2 rolls on the ultra table this time. And we have, whoops, wrong direction. A 7 and a 2. So that is going to be, for the 2, war period 3, we've got Empire Pacific and the Bismarck Sea. Let's get these moved up there. Now there is a restriction here. You're not allowed to have more than 3 ultra tables or ultra areas in play at once. So for this second roll, which I guess technically then we should treat the black die as the first roll, I think. So that was actually a 7. So let's see, that's actually going to be Bonins and South China Sea. And then since our second roll was the 2, we only get the first one, which is Empire Pacific. So I'll remove the one from the Bismarck. We've got the Bonins and the South China Sea 2. So this one goes to the Bonins up here, and then South China Sea 2. Not special mission zone, ultra area. All right, so there's our 3 ultra areas. Next up, we need to roll for weather. We are still in April, so only on a 0. And we got a 0. Look at that. I forgot to write the second one. It's a 3. So used to not having any weather. Let's see, 3 is going to cause a storm to form in the Marianas. Now I did go ahead and made up some crude, just out of some thin cardboard here, some weather markers. So I've got these for the tropical storms, and then for the typhoon, we've got Typhoon 1 on one side and Typhoon 2 on the other. So I made 3 of each of these. Hopefully we won't need more than that. If we do, I guess I'll go back and make some more. But yeah, tropical storm in the Marianas. we're going to have to learn up what effects that's going to have during the operating phase. And then I think during the intern, then there's some stuff we're going to have to do that'll be new. All right, so that's our intelligence and weather. Of course, we skipped torpedo improvement. We haven't gotten far enough for that yet. So next we move on to the RRR segment. So we got no reinforcements yet. Next week we will. That'll be exciting. So first we go to the ready phase. So we'll start over here with our submarine tender. We've got the, come on, focus. Well, it's the flying fish and the salmon. So we'll do black dye for the salmon, white dye for the flying fish. Got 6 and 0. So salmon goes to ship side in this case, not pier side. And flying fish will get to go to the ready for sea. All right. Now we don't have anyone that was at pier side or ship side from the last turn, so these are all going to require rolls. For Pearl Harbor, we've got the Pompano who needs a 4. That is an 8, so he goes pier side. No, I'm sorry, we did have a couple up here. So these guys go straight to ready for sea. And then in Brisbane, Broombox, we've got 2 there. That's the Tarpon and the Pike. They're both 4s, so we will do black dye for Tarpon, white dye for Pike. We got, first one didn't make it, second one did. So Tarpon goes pier side, Pike goes ready for sea. We've just got one up there in Fremantle, the Tautog. He needs a 5 or less, and he got a 6. We've got 3 here up at Dutch Harbor. So we'll roll for them individually. Each one's a 3. So first one, yes. Second one, no. Third one, no. So yes, no, no. S23 makes it out. The other 2 pier side. All right, we've got some repairs to check on. Let's start here at Pearl Harbor. The Silver Sides needs a 6 again to move ahead. And he does this time. We'll put him back. Move him up to repair box 1. And we've got 3 here at Fremantle that need a 7 or less to move ahead. See, there's another one of those early Gattos. Could have. He might have. I don't know if he started there or I don't think so though. Remember that again next time. All right, so we'll roll these one at a time. Looks like they're all, well, these aren't readiness rolls. They all need a 7 to move ahead. So let's see if any of them do. So the first one, yes, no, Yes. Yes, no, yes. So halibut goes to the, this was, yeah, Fremantle. Gar does not. And Grenadier does. All right. I think that is it for Triple R, except for moving all of our subs up to operating. This back for now. All right, I think that looks like everybody. Okay, so I'm gonna pause here before we get into the operations segment. I want to read up on the weather rules again, make sure we don't miss anything there, and then we'll get back in action. All right, so I looked back over the weather rules, and it looks like there's something that actually happens as soon as the weather forms. Any area containing a tropical storm, we roll a D10 for each spotted submarine, and on a 0 to 7, they get to remove it. Well, I checked, there are not any spotted submarines in the Marianas currently, so that won't take effect. But then there's several ongoing effects here. First of all, transit events only occur in the op area on a D10 roll of 0 to 3. So I'm assuming that means if that is the governing op area for the transit event check, then before even rolling to see if you get one of the red box results, you roll an additional D10 before that, and only on a 0 to 3 will you actually then need to proceed through the transit event procedure. And then there's some effects on aircraft. If we reveal an aircraft during combat in that area, we roll a D10. If we get a 0 to 7, then it gets returned to the cup. And then there'll be a -2 DRM to all rolls on the area activity chart in that area. And subtract 1 from the submarine's attack value for each attack. Some extra parentheses in there for some reason. Any surface gunnery attacks can only be done if you roll a 0 or 1. And then this is just reiterating what was mentioned above on the immediate weather effects. Remove spotted markers on a 0 to 7 roll. I assume that's, okay, up there it does say it's for each submarine. It's not quite clear in this section that it's for each, but up there it does say it's for each. And then there's some stuff about what we need to do during the conclude turn phase, which we'll get to later. All right, there was something I thought, oh yeah, that's what I wanted to mention though. So during the conclude turn phase, we have to roll a die for each submarine that is either in or has transited through or from a tropical storm op area during any part of the turn. So we're going to have to keep track of anyone that moves out of or through or into, well, into, they'll obviously still be there, throughout the entire turn, so that when we get to the end, we'll know that we have to roll for each of them, and any 0 results will damage the submarine. All right, so we'll have a little bookkeeping that we'll have to do for that. But I think we were ready to start our operations segment. We already did all of our Triple R stuff, so let's get some of these subs coming back home. I guess we'll start over here the ones coming back to Fremantle. We've got the gudgeon here. He is damaged. So he's going to be returning through the Java Sea, so he'll need to do a transit event check. No, he won't, because he's leaving. Don't have to count the area they're leaving. No red box here, so no transit event check required. We will need to roll to see what kind of damage he's got. A 1 is going to be superficial. So he can go straight to the broom box over here at Fremantle. All right, next we've got the Thresher. So he's just moving directly there. No red boxes involved. His spotted marker comes off, and then again he'll have to roll for his damage. See what happens, how badly damaged he was. Ooh, he got a 9. That's going to be heavy damage. He goes to repair box 3. All right, I think that's all we have returning to Fremantle. Moving over to Brisbane. We've got these two for sure coming back. They've got no transit events to worry about here. Actually, you know what? We'll let it ride this time. But this early Gatto, the next time he goes out, we need to send him back to Pearl so we can get him refitted. Unless we already have one being worked on. We'll probably want to keep him up in this area so he can get back to Pearl pretty easily. So they'll both come back to Brisbane, to the broom box. Let's see, there's no one else here that's going to be able to reach that port. And I think up here, we're going to want to try to get as many as we can again to the forward base here at Midway. We currently have 2 subs already there, so we can fit 5 more. Of course, if we wait, yeah, if we send the flying fish is ready for sea, so actually if we send him out, we'll be able to make room for another one too. So we can actually get 6 of these guys back in there. We definitely want to get, where is he at? Down at the bottom here. We definitely want to get the Wahoo back there so Morton and crew can get back out as soon as possible. So these guys aren't going to be able to reach it. These ones can. They have to go back to Dutch Harbor. We've got a couple here that can reach it, so that's 4. And then we've got 2 here. So that'll be our 6. So we just, before we bring the last one in, we'll have to get the flying fish out. All right, so let's work on this. Let's send these guys back to Dutch Harbor first so that we're not getting a congregating risk here when the 2 from the Sea of Japan come back through. So they will go through the Aleutian Islands over to Dutch Harbor. There's no red boxes, so no transit event checks for them. Neither are damaged, but if you'll remember the special rule for Dutch Harbor, that even if you come in undamaged, we have to roll on the damage table, and anything but a superficial result will put them in repair box 1. So we will roll black die for the top one, white die for the bottom one. neither of them got superficial, so they will both be going back to repair box 1. Nope, there's another one under there too I didn't see hiding. So he also needs to go back. He is damaged, so he'll just do a regular roll on the damage table. Oh, he gets superficial, of course. Well, that's good. At least he'll be able to come right back out, hopefully. All right, next, let's start getting these guys back into midway here to the Sperry. So we'll send, now remember this one tried last time and couldn't get in there, so he's going to have to go back to Pearl. So actually let's do him next. So through the Hawaiian Islands, over to Pearl Harbor, no red boxes. We'll roll to see what his damage is. Ooh, a 9. He's heavy damage. That is, it's not an early Gato either, it's just a regular Gato. So he will go in there. All right, so now get these guys over here. So let's move, is that Steelhead first? So he's gonna, actually let's move him last since he's damaged. Get Wahoo coming over here. So he will have to do a transit event check moving through. Well, actually, both of these have one red box, so we'll make this the governing area. But they are on transit event side, so, and no congregating risk. So actually, there's no possibility of a transit event. So he makes it back. We'll go in the broom box here. Next, let's do, save him for last since he's damaged. Got a couple under this pile. They are going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, both of these will have congregating risk. So here to here, so this will be the governing area. They have a +1 from the congregating risk, -1 for transit side. So we will have to roll, but only a 9 will cause a problem. So the whale first. He's fine. He goes to the Sperry's broom box. And then same thing for the sea wolf. Only a 9 will matter. He's good. To the broom box with him. We're currently at 5 subs there. So we'll send these two next. No congregating risk for them, so they don't need to roll. So both of them will just go straight to the broom box. And now the Sperry is at their capacity of 7, so we'll need to send the flying fish. Oh, he is an early Gato. I need to send him out. You know what? I think we'll just do a base to base move with him. So he will move from North Pacific through the Hawaiian Islands back to Pearl Harbor. No transit event check required for that. And then since he's an early Gato, we are taking advantage of this voluntary refit rule. So we can voluntarily withdraw one early Gato submarine and assign it to a Pearl Harbor refit. If undamaged, the submarine enters the repair 2 box and follows the procedure outlined in the repair phase. They have to go in the hold box if it's full. Once it enters the broom box, it will get replaced with its non-early Gato replacement. There can only be one refit going on at a time. So yeah, looks like that's what we can do. So he goes into repair box 2. And once he comes out, he will be a full-fledged Gato. All right, so that frees up a spot for us on the Sperry to allow Steelhead to come through the Coral Islands to the North Pacific. Again, he's on transit side and there's no congregating risk along the way. So no roll required. We do need to roll to see if he can actually get in there though because of his damage. So he has to get a superficial result. I think in a previous video I erroneously said light, but it's has to be superficial. And he just missed it. So he will have to continue on to Pearl Harbor. Damage is too severe for them to take care of there. All right, I think that's all of our, oh nope, we got, sorry, we got a couple over here, several. They're not going to be able to make it all the way back. Any of these early Gatos? Nope, nope, and nope. All right. Well, I think we're going to be wanting to patrol up here in the Bonins, with that being an ultra area. However, we don't really want to send them through. I guess we can risk sending them through that tropical storm there. Although we need to get one of these, at least one of these guys out first though, before we send them back. So let's do, get him underneath that stuff. Let's do a patrol move for one of these guys to get him up into the Bonins to clear a path for the other 3 to come through there. We'll send them over to the Marshall Islands. We'll just have to note that they, basically all 4 of these guys and the 3 that we're going to send through there are going to have to do rolls during the conclude turn phase and will get damaged on a roll of 0. So I will make a note of that. But first, let's send the Snook up here, patrol move. He does have 1 red box and minus, or he's not on transit side, so no minus for that. Interesting. I don't see. Let me double check again what those, how the weather affects transit events. Well, that's right. They only occur in that op area. But in this case, we wouldn't be having a transit event in that op area. It's going to be in the bonans. So yeah, that's not going to affect, the storm's not going to have any effect on them moving out. So looks like no modifiers to the transit event roll. So only on a 9 will we have any potential issues. 7, he's good. So ultra area is going to give us a +1 for our search and contact roll. That's an 8 and an 8. An 8 for that area is blue, so that's moderate density. And an 8 is a task force. So our moderate density task force, we're looking at +1 to all of these values because we're in an ultra area. So 3, 3, 4, and 5. Well, I think we pulled almost every one of these no solution markers that time. That one's too far from cup A. Evading. Sea mist. Too close. Too far. And that's it. All right, well, we are going to set up in column D. So let's get our TDC markers. I think we'll go standard attack posture. Oh, that's right, we got to flip first. What am I doing? So we will flip this one. Ooh, that'd be a nice fat tanker or something. Okay, we got a cruiser, a light cruiser, and a battleship. It's the Yamato, which is a 68,000 ton battleship, which can be encountered here. It's the 32s and the 68s can be anywhere. And since we drew the named ship Yamato, I'm pretty sure that means we get its IJN equivalent out. Let me just check the table again real quick. Yes, so if you get the Yamato from the Silent War mix, then you use its IJN set unit. So let's find the Yamato. And that'd be something if we could bag that. That's not it. There he is. Well, now we do have to double check something else though, because this one has that little flag next to its name, which means there's a special IJN rule regarding that one, which is for the Yamato class battleships. So in addition to the normal restrictions, these can only be encountered in 1942 in Empire Pacific, the Bonans, or North Pacific. But it's on 1943, so during those years, East China Sea, South China Sea, North Philippine Sea, Marianas, and the Carolines. And we are in the Bonans. So unfortunately, we did not actually find him. So we just remove the counter and we don't get anything in its place. That's a shame. If it was 42, we could have tried for him. All right. Let's see what we can do with this then. Oh, we need a destroyer. We need to replace all of these actually. So we need a CL. It's going to be the Kinu. Our CA is the Ashigara. A little bit bigger than what we drew. And then we need a destroyer. It'd be great if this went down to a half. A little 1,000 ton destroyer would be nice. No such luck. Pretty much identical. The Ninohi. Yep, that goes cup D. All right. Now we do our TDC markers. We will put one here, just in case. But hopefully we can get one of these cruisers down. We are standard attack posture, so these will all just be straight TDC values. Ooh, not that one. Maybe that one. And probably not that one. All right, so let's see what we've got. So I'm just going to shift the camera to the side here a little bit. We're at 7 attack, -1 for our torpedoes, puts us at 6. We're going after this cruiser here. So -5 for his defense, puts us at 1. -2 for the destroyer's ASW, puts us at -1. But then we get to add back in 2 from the TDC, so a 1 or less. And we'll have a chance to sink this 15,000 ton destroyer. Let's do it. I've had such bad luck with the rolls the last 2 turns. It's time for it to turn around here. That is so frustrating. Got a hit, but no damage. All right. We got a counterattack of 2 from the destroyer plus 1 from the op area plus another 3 from the ASW value for the war period, puts us at 6. We're at 4 defense. We're not in shallow waters, so he's going to be on the 1 to 2 row. And there are no modifiers. Oh, good. So a 1 is definitely nothing. 1 to 2 row, a 1. All right. I think we will attempt a reattack here. Thinking maybe we should go cautious, just because we might get some more ASW revealed here. We'll stay in the same column. We'll switch to cautious. So we have to flip these 2 over. Good. Oh, good. Excellent. All right. So now we get 4 more TDC markers. These will all be -1s. since we're in the re-attack round. See, I'd be happy with sinking any of these that are out here. Smallest one's 5,000 tons. All right, let's see some nice negatives. Come on. There we go. All right. Looks like the Kinu has our attention this time. So we are going to be at 7 minus 1 again as our 6 attack. We lose 4 for the defense of the ship. Puts us down to 2. That 2 is taken away by the ASW of the destroyer, but then our TDC, which is now a -3, gives us 3 back. So we need a 3 or less for a hit on the Kinu. Yes, and a 7 minus 1. He's a 5,000 tonner, so we're on this second row here, but still 7 minus 1 is a 6, which is still sunk. Very nice. So we have sunk the light cruiser Kinu. He will join the destroyer we sunk a while back in the pile of shame over here. And now we have to record that. So one more ship. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,000 more tons. Sorry, out of frame there. So that puts us at 243 ships for a total of 997,000. Just about to roll over to 1 million on the tonnage. All right, then we have to face our counterattack. I will make note of that here in a moment for my spreadsheet, but I don't have my notepad with me currently, so we'll do that here in a second. Counterattack, though, is going to be 2, plus the 1 for the op area is 3, plus another 3 is 6, minus our 4 is 2, so he's still on the 1 to 2 row. And, oh, you know what? I completely forgot. This is going to play a factor. Not for the attack round, but it will for the counterattack. We have to replace that carrier, which I'm sure will be aircraft capable. It's the Taiyo. Wow. That was actually quite a bit easier to hit, too. I don't think we would have had as good a shot on him, though. All right, so he is going to... He doesn't contribute any ASW in the attack round, but for the counterattack, he's going to add a half. So that's going to bump them up to 2.5, which gets rounded up to 3. So it's actually 3 plus 1 plus 3 is going to be 7, minus our 4 defense, bumps them up to the 3 to 4 row on the counterattack table. Get that in shot here. And there is a +1 modifier for being the re-attack round. So let's see what they get. That's going to be a 6 on the 3 to 4 row. We have been spotted. All right, so we go to our endurance check. He's an A rating. None of the modifiers apply. So he needs a 5 or less to pass his endurance check. And he does. So he will get to stay in the bone-ins on patrol side. All right. I'm going to go ahead and pause here so I can make these notes that I need to make, and then we will come back and continue our operations segment. Okay, I have those notes taken down that I needed to take, so we can continue here. We're bringing these, what is it, 3 subs, I think? Yep. From the East China Sea through the Marianas to the Marshall Islands. So I don't believe there are any DRMs involved other than the -1 for transit side up. We've eliminated the congregating risk. There's only 4 subs in the area they're leaving. There's only 3 here, so as each one passes through, there will only be 4. Looks like we may end up with some congregating risk here unless we send one of these guys somewhere. So why don't we do that first, actually. So we're going to send, let's send, yeah, we're going to want both of them to go up. We're going to want all of these guys here in the ultra area, I think, even though it's going to, or no, some of these guys could go up here, actually. So yeah, these 2 can go up into here to patrol. So let's do that first, now that I think about it. Or no, wait, they're in the done box. Did they already go? Why are they in the done box? Because they just came out. That's right. Never mind. So let's send the sawfish through here to the Marshall Islands. So the event check would be here, but at least for now, with no congregating risk, his -1 for transit side will make it impossible to roll a 9. So he can get there without incident. Our next one will be the same. So the runner will go through there to here. That gives us 4 subs in the Marshall Islands now. So this last one will be have a congregating risk involved. So with that +1 from the congregating risk, -1 for being on, actually he's spotted only matters during war period 1 or 2, so we don't have to worry about that. I was just thinking maybe we should have sent him through earlier, but so the -1 will cancel out the +1, so it's going to be a straight roll on this chart. So only a 9 will matter. And he gets a 9. Oh, I take that back. I just realized something. I have to redo those other ones. They're leaving from a shallow area there. So actually all of these would have had to roll these 2 as well. Can't see what I'm pointing at. The first 2 that came over would have had to roll as well, so we'll do them in a second. I forgot the shallow. So actually this guy had a +1 to his roll, but he did roll a 9. So now, because of the shallow waters that he left from, it will also be a +1 to each of these rolls. So yikes, that's a 10 and a 7. This is going to be bad, I think. If we get on the right table here. 10, 7, spotted, engaged, and damaged, return to base. So we're already returning to base anyway, but because we got a return to base result on a transit event check, they have to stop in the op area that triggered the transit event check, the governing op area. So they actually got stopped back here. They're already spotted, so the only additional effect is they're also damaged. So that was rather unfortunate. Now, for the two that we erroneously thought were going to make it through scot-free, let's just because I probably confused everybody here, what we're doing now, these two are moving, transit move from East China Sea through the Marianas to the Marshall Islands. Because they're leaving an area that's shallow, they get a +1 DRM for that. And then the -1 DRM for being on their transit event side. So it's going to be a straight roll on this activity chart in the Marianas. So only a 9. So we'll do the runner first. They got a 3. And then I think it was a sawfish, they got a 0. All right, so they did in fact make it there okay. Just almost got away with one there without rolling for that. Okay. And I did mark down all 3 of those subs as having moved through this tropical storm. So at the end of the turn, we'll have to roll to see if they get damaged, which this guy already is. So, and he's going to be there at the end of the turn. All right. Now, what do we want to do? I think we'll go ahead and finish getting some subs into the so we've got these 2 op areas here. There's a third one, right? It's over here. So let's just continue to focus here in the Central Pacific, I guess. Let us got one there already, so all 3 of these could go there. And then these 3, I don't know if we want the pickerel in there though. Maybe we'll send the pickerel down here, keep him a little closer to home. We'll send these other 2 to there. And you know what? This is an early Gatto. We want to keep him closer to home actually. So we're going to send him down to the Bonans, as well as 2 of these. Probably those bottom 2. We'll send the tunny and these other 2 into the East China Sea. Or no, wait. It's not East China Sea, is it? It's Empire Pacific. They want to stay there. I'm getting all confused here. So we actually want the Scamp to come over here and join them. And then these 3 will go up into here. All right, I think we got it figured out now. So let's start here with the tunny. He'll patrol move to there. Transit event check only on a 9. 5, he's good. So search and contact with a +1. 3 and 6. 3, I'm afraid, is going to be nothing. Yep, just missed it. So he will do an endurance check with a -1 DRM. He is an A rating, so a 6 or less. We'll let him stick around. He got a 9. So RTB for the tunny. Next, the plunger will move in. Again, only a 9. Nope. +1 on the searching contact roll. Another 3 and a 6. So again, he finds nothing. He is a C rating. So even with his -1, he's going to need a 4 or less. You got it. So he gets to stay. And then we will move the seal in. Again, 9 or less. See anything that matters for the transit event. +1 for search and contact. A 1 and an 8. Okay, let's see. Is that, oh, just shy getting a loner contact. That 1 is a white box, and if the second roll had been a red box, we would have gotten a loner. So he is a B rating. So with finding no contacts, he will need a 5 or less. And he gets to stay. Okay, that's 4 there. All right, now let's move over to Empire Pacific. We've got the Gato. He's not going anywhere, so no transit event check. He gets a +1 on his search and contact. And that's a 6 and a 4. Should be something. 6 is going to be low density. 4 is a small convoy, I believe. Yes. So a low density, small convoy, but with an additional ship from each cup is going to be 332. Well, this looks a little scary. Gato's got a tactical rating of 4. I think we're definitely going to be going cautious here. And I think we will set up in B. So we're only flipping 3. Almost have a mind to flip one of these over here and see, because it's probably more likely to be something not terrible. Let's try it. Hey, all right. So we need a cruiser and an auxiliary. Got, oh, it's an aircraft capable cruiser, the Chikuma. Again, that won't affect us in the attack round, but it will for the counterattack. And our auxiliary is the Sugaru Armored Merchant. Higher defense, but lower tonnage. I don't like that. All right. Get our 4 TDC markers. These 3 for sure, and then we'll have to decide where we want the 4th, just as a contingency option. Let's do here. All right, -2 over there, +2 here. Don't like that. Wow, that's going to make me want to try this guy, it looks like, but that could be scary. -1 there. All right, we've only got, we're going to have 5 attack after our torpedo subtraction. So we've got no ASW, so we could take a shot over here because this -1 will cancel out the +1 for going over a column, but then we'd have to get a 0 to hit that. Don't like those odds. This one is going to be 4. So we need a 1 or less to hit that. And over here, 5 minus 3 is 2. We lose 1 for the column over, takes us down to 1, but then we add 2 back in, so that'd be a 3 or less. I think I like this option the best. This one gives the highest probability, but we have no idea what's under there. If it's not a 1 defense like we plan it is, then we could end up not even having a shot. So yeah, I think we'll go with the more sure option over here. So that'll be our unmodified TDC. We've got our 5, minus 3 is 2, minus 1 for the column is 1, plus 2 back is 3, so we need a 3 or less. Nope, needed those reversed. All right, for the counterattack, this guy is going to contribute a half, so that'll get rounded up to 1. We've got 1 red box in the op area, so that's 2, and another 3 from the war period makes 5. We have 4 defense, so he's on the 1 to 2 row. Minus 1 DRM because we're cautious. 4 becomes a 3. And that's going to be nothing. Now, do we want to try again? If we go cautious, we're going to have to flip over. If we stay cautious, we'll have to flip over 3 more of these. Yeah, let's try it. We'll do this one. This one. Yeah, that's what I figured. And this one. Oh boy. 3 destroyers. Not what we wanted to see. So the first one here is going to be the... Come on. Almost had it there. There we go. The Okakazi. Next is the Mikasuki. At least they're only halves so far. That's nice. He's also from B. And last but not least, definitely not least, the Hatsushimo. Okay, well, not as bad as it could have been, but still going to be kind of rough, I think. I'll try our 3 that we want. Don't think that cruiser is going to be a viable option this time. And for the 4th, let's just try this one, I guess. Okay. Not as good as it could have been. All right. These are all -1s, so this is a -3, which takes out his defense, but he's a column over. This is a -2, which takes out his defense without the column over. So this is definitely going to be the one we want to try. So this will be our unmodified We got our 5 attack. We lose 2 for the defense of the ship, down to 3. Our ASW now is a total of 3, so that takes it to 0. TDC of -2 brings it back up to 2. So we need a 2 or less. Hey, we got it, but only a 1 for the damage. Not going to do anything. All right. Now second counterattack. We said he has 3, plus 1 from the op area is 4, plus 3 from the war period makes 7, minus our 4 is on the 3 to 4 row. We have a +1 for reattack, but -1 for cautious, so even roll on the 3 to 4 row. And that's a 6. Which is going to be spotted, it looks like. Yep. So the Gato has been spotted. He is an A rating. No modifiers for the endurance check, so he needs a 5 or less. Hey, you got it. So he will go back. Next, we've got the Pickerel. +1 to his search and contact roll. 2 and 4. That's going to be nothing, I believe. Yep. Or no, 2 is, sorry. This one goes down lower. 2 gives us a sparse. And then the 4 is going to be a small convoy again. So a sparse small convoy with 1 extra ship for each is 3-2. Okay, the Pickerel is a 3 tactical rating. I think we'll just set up here in A and go standard attack posture. Those are both good. Ooh, and a combat event. Something positive, I hope. 0. Don't remember what 0 is. Oh. Target lumbers into way. Japanese ship suddenly crosses the path of 1 or more torpedoes. Unfortunately, it looks like we're not going to have one to do for this because you have to choose a face down red ball flagged ship in this or an adjacent column, and we do not have one. So that will just go away with no effect. And we've got these 2 targets we can try to get a shot at. And we'll go ahead and put a 3rd one up top there. +1, -1, +2. Okay. Oh, and we have to replace this guy. It is the, boy, Taigei, something like that. $10,000 tons would be nice. All right, we got no ASW. Our 4 gets knocked down to a 3. Minus his 4 defense is a -1, but then the TDC will bring it back up to 0. So we can just barely try to get a shot on that guy. Nope. There is no counterattack. Yeah, let's try again. We'll stay, you know what, let's go cautious this time just so we get that negative DRM. If there is a counterattack, I don't think we're going to be doing any split shots, so only targeting one shouldn't be a problem. And that's what I was afraid of. All right. I doubt we're even going to get a shot this time. We've got the Ikazuchi. And the Kasumi. All right, that's a total of 4 ASW. We're going to need I think even with a -3, we're not going to be able to do it. But because it is the re-attack round, they'll still get to counterattack even if we don't have a valid solution. Yep, no way. No way. Even with a -3, we didn't even have a shot. All right, so the counterattack, they're at 4 + 1 for the op area is 5 + 3 for the war period is 8. Our defense is only 2, so they're going to be on the 5 to 6 row this time. No modifiers though, because we're cautious. Cancels out the re-attack. So 5 to 6 row, straight roll. 5. Probably going to be spotted at least. 5 to 6. 5 is spotted. For the endurance check, he is a C rating with no modifiers. 3 or less is what he needs. And he gets it. Then we've got the Pogie. Again, +1 to search and contact. 1 and a 7. That's not gonna do it. That's a nothing and doesn't get a red box for the second roll, so no contact. He is an A rating with the -1. He needs a 6 or less. Yep, he gets to stay. And then we're gonna have the Scamper on over here. He will have a transit event check, no congregating risk, but there's a red box on a 9 there, so if he rolls a 9, we will have to check it. He does not. +1 for search and contact. 5 and 1. Some sort of small convoy. 5 is looking like low density. Low density small convoy with an extra ship is 332. All right. 4 tactical rating for the Scamp. Tell you what, I think I kind of like trying over here in column C better than column A. See if we can find something juicy over here. Let's go cautious. We only have to flip these 3. Nice. Also nice. And very nice. Okay, we need 2 auxiliaries. First one is going to be come on, the Kimikawa. We have one of these special army ships, Mayasan Maru, and we need to check to see if we're allowed to encounter them here. Set them there for the time being. All right, so here are there's the section on these Imperial Japanese Army ships. These 5 ships can only be encountered in the following op areas. And Empire Pacific is one of them. So we're good. And that was from column C, and then we need one more. And it is the Goshu Maru. All right. Hopefully we can make something happen here. Nice. All right. Looks like we're going after that Imperial Japanese Army ship. So we've got 7 attack, -1 for the torpedoes becomes 6, -4 for the ship defense, no ASW, +2 for the TDC. This is our unmodified. So we need a 4 or less. Come on, let's do it. Oh, come on. Just can't get the rolls. Like I said, no counterattack, so I think we'll stay in this column and we'll stay passive. We only have to flip these 2. Oh, nice. A light cruiser. And, of course, a destroyer. So let's get the light cruiser first. It's going to be the Kashi. That's kind of serial, isn't it? And then we need a destroyer. Half or 1 would be ideal here. Nice. The Machisuki. All right. 4 TDCs. I see 4 viable targets. So that works out well. Not that one. Maybe that one. All right, so it looks like the Goshu Maru is going to be our best option. So that'll be our unmodified TDC. We've got 6 attack, -3 for his defense, and then minus, we'll do the roundup before trick. So that's going to be a 1. So that takes us to 2. And then this is a -2 TDC, so we get to add 2 back. So we need a 4 or less. Let's do it. Wow. Wondering if I should start making my white die be the first roll and the black die the second roll. Seem to get a lot of those situations where if they were reversed, I'd have sunk something. Okay, reattack is going to be just his 1/2, which gets rounded up to 1. 1 for the op area makes 2. 3 for the war period makes 5. We have 4 defense. So he's on the 1 to 2 row with no modifier because the +1 for reattack cancels the -1 for cautious. 8. Uh-oh. On the 1 to 2 row is spotted. He will be spotted. He's an A rating, so he needs a 5 or less to stay. He gets a 1. All right, and I think that puts us at 4. Yep. Don't have anybody else that can get there. The ship up here in the curls has to stay up here as part of the Aleutians campaign. So looks like let's go finish up this area with the Sea of Japan. So we've got the sunfish here. He doesn't get any modifier to his search and contact roll. So looks like anything but a 0 and he'll find something. 9-9, wow. Well, I don't even have to look at the chart for that. That's a high density task force. We're not in an ultra area anymore, so it's just as printed, which will be 1, 2, 2, 4. All right, 1 no solution marker, zigged away. Even though this looks kind of tempting down here, I think I'm going to have him try over here in column D. See if we can get some nice big targets. We will go cautious. So we'll just flip over the 3 in our column. Oh no. The diligent escort is back. So we get to try to crash dive on a 0. Nope. And then he gets to roll on the diligent escort row. 5. It's just low enough to have no effect. Okay, 2 more to flip. We got a carrier and we got another destroyer. Wow. All right, well, let's get some IJN counters for this. I have a feeling this is going to be a no-shot situation, though. Oh, this is nice. Our diligent escort is kind of wimpy, at least. It's the Karukaya. So his half will get 3 added to it, so he's actually a 3.5. And let's go ahead and get the other destroyer, and then we'll get the carrier. It's the... Ooh, another half. Nice. Come on. Nagatsuki. We just had him a little while ago. It's amazing out of all those counters how you can keep pulling the same one that close together. Then a carrier. It is out of focus. The Zuiho. Aircraft capable, of course. All right. I mean, we are only at 4 ASW. Could have been a whole lot worse, so let's see if we can make something out of this. Go there for sure. Might as well put ones on these destroyers too, I guess, just in case. Although, no, there's no way. We don't even have a chance at that one. I don't think we have a chance at the other one either, but got to put them out. Not going for that. Of course, that one gets a -2 and a 0 for that. Yeah, doesn't look too good. 5. We went cautious, right? So let's say we pick that one. 7 becomes 6, and then -5 for the defense is 1. -4 for the ASW value is -3. So yeah, that only brings it up to -1. So no shot, no counterattack, and I think we need to just leave. So our A rating means we need a 5 or less to pass the endurance check. We did not. So he will get marked RTB. And that's it for our patrols in the Sea of Japan. It's going to take a little while to get some more up there, I think. Before we come back down to the Dutch East Indies, let's go ahead and take care of these ones up here. So the permit, he has no modifier to his roll. An 8 and a 1. Going to be moderate density, small convoy. Don't need to even look for a 1. Moderate small is 321. Here's what we have for the permit. He's a 3 tactical rating. I think we'll definitely be going cautious here. Let's set up in B. Because I have a feeling this might be better than that. So we'll go cautious. We only have to flip 2. It's a little baby 1,000-tonner. Ah, see, I was right. All right, now if the TDCs can just go our way, at least this one. Not the greatest, but we'll try to make it work. So we're at 3 attack. There's no ASW, so it's just going to be his defense of 2, and then add 1 back in for the TDC. So we need a 2 or less. This is our unmodified. 2 or less. Nope. Getting the damage rolls, just can't get that to hit roll to go. No counterattack. We're only at 2 defense. Well, we're definitely staying cautious. I think we'll flip this one. Ooh. And this one. Okay, good. Carrier again. And this time it's the Hyo, or Hyo. Not sure what the correct pronunciation is there. Okay, we've got 2 ASW to deal with now, so that's gonna really hurt us if we don't get some nice negative numbers here. Yeah, why not? Okay. I think we might be... Wow, if that airplane wasn't there, I bet we'd have a chance at that. Don't think we do now. 3. Yeah, no way. So that's 4 and 2. That's going to add up to 6. Not going to overcome that because of the column over. Just one shy, it looks like. So this one, I think, is our only viable option. So this will be unmodified. Our 3 attack is reduced by 1 for the ship defense, by 2 for the ASW, so we're at 0. Another -1 for going over a column, but then we get to add 3 back in because this is a -3 now. So we need a 2 or less again. Nope. The endurance check, he is a C rating, no modifiers, 3 or less. He gets to stay. We're going to have the S-28 patrol move over to here. So only a 9 will trigger a transit event check. Nope. Straight roll for search and contact. 1 and 4, that's not going to be anything. So he will get a -1 for his endurance check. He's a D rating. Means he'll need a 3 or less. He did not get it. RTB for him. Now over to the Dutch East Indies. And New Guinea. I think we're definitely going to have these guys patrol here. We'll send all 4 of them over there as well. Get a little bit of congregating risk, but I think it's worth it to take advantage of the ultra area. And then we might, yeah, we'll probably have these guys patrol move into there then once they vacate. So let's start with the guys already there. The trout. It is not narrow, just shallow. So just the +1 for the ultra area. Four and 4. That's going to be sparse small convoy. Sparse small convoy with an extra ship is 3 and 2. Okay, Trout has a tactical rating of 4 with 6 attack. Let's go here in column A. Let's go cautious so we don't have to flip these guys over. Combat event. Roll for that. 6. Let's see what a 6 is. Ooh, nice. Tonnage doubled. At the end of the combat phase, so that's after both attack rounds, potentially, double the tonnage of the largest merchant ship sunk. And then if we get another one in the subsequent round, we double the tonnage of the next largest ship or ships as well. If we had a third one from a super skipper, we could potentially get 3. So that's nice. And this is going to be the hospital ship. All right, well, this goes back in A. Let's see if we can get that, whatever this is going to end up being, to sink and double their tonnage. Nice if this was like a 16 or something. Just a 9. Tsukushi Maru. That would be 18,000, not too shabby. And his defense is lower. That's nice. All right, we got to get something happening here eventually, right? I mean, we did sink 1 ship so far this week, but we got, I think, 3 or 4 the first week and 3 I don't remember first week. I know last week we got 3. I don't remember the first 2 weeks. That's why I have a spreadsheet. Looks like everybody's getting 1. Oh, come on, really? Really? Well, we do have a shot, because the 6 minus 1 is going to be 5. Subtract 3 for the ship defense, and then subtract 2 for the TDC. We can hit it on a 0. I think that's probably what I want to do. I mean, this might be a better shot, but don't know what's lurking under there either. So let's see if we can get it on a 0. Nope. All right, reattack. We'll stay cautious. Oh, nice. Not nice. Come on, give us a half. Or even just a 1. Two, boo. Ikazuchi. I swear we've had him before too. Going to be tough. And that That's not going to help. Oh, sure, the hospital ship. We don't even get to count their tonnage. All right, well, this -1 is the same as a 0 in this column, so let's see if we can do it. It does get a -1 for reattack. We've got 2 ASW now, so we're at 5 minus the 3 defense puts us at 2. 2 ASW takes that away, and then this is a -1. So yeah, we actually got a better shot this time. A 1 or less. Let's see if we can do it. Nope. Counterattack is going to be, I can feel these TDC markers starting to get like residue on them from handling them so much. Counterattack is going to be 2. There's 1 red box there, so that's 3 plus another 3 is 6. We have a defense of 3, so that's going to be the 3 to 4 row. And the reattack modifier will cancel with the cautious attack modifier. So straight roll. 6 on the 3 to 4 is spotted. A lot of spotted results. He is a B rating, so he needs a 4 or less to stay. Nope. Next is the Tambor, +1 for search and contact. 3 and 5, not going to be enough, I don't think. Nope. So he finds nothing. He is a B rating. He gets a -1. He needs a 5 or less. He doesn't get it. All right, the Pito will patrol move over. The Growler's a long way from home. We're gonna have to get him back to Pearl at some point to retrofit him. So transit event only on a 9. Nope. And then +1 to search and contact. 2 and 8. Oh, so close to being a loner contact. Missed it by 1. So he is an A rating. He needs a 6 or less to stay. He gets it. Need those zeros when I'm rolling on attack. All right, we've got 3 subs here right now. So the Growler will make, let's send the Grayling in first. Grayling will make 4. So again, transit only on a 9. And +1 to search and contact. 1 and a 3, so he finds nothing as well. I think the ultra information might have been a little off over here. He's a B rating, so with the modifier, he needs a 5 or less to stay. Nope. now we're going to start having some congregating risk. You need to remember that affects the search and contact roll as well. So the growler moving over, he will have a +1 to his transit event check. So he will be on an 8 or 9. Nope. And then the congregating risk is a -1 to search and contact, so that'll cancel out the ultra bonus. Just a straight roll. 1-6 is going to be nothing. Yeah, I think they were misinformed here in this area. The A rating on him means 6 or less to stay. Since he found no contact, he gets to stay. And then last but not least, the albacore. Transit event on 8 or 9. Nope. And then straight roll because of the congregating risk. 7 and 2. There, he found something. 7 is going to be low density. 2 is a small convoy. So a low density small convoy with an extra ship for each is 3322. Sorry, small convoy 332. Don't get to add to the dot. All right, no solution here. Too far. 4 rating. I think let's go here. And we'll go standard attack posture. We'll flip over 4 of these. So let's go here. Oh, come on. Attempt to crash dive. Only on a 0. Nope. And then he gets to roll on his diligent escort roll. A 1 is going to be nothing. All right. Let's try this one. Okay, there we go. And this one. And eeny meeny. Let's go here. Nice. All right, so we need an escort, which will get a +3 ASW, not to exceed 6. He's going to be a 4. It's the Nokazi. We need an auxiliary. Oh, it's one of those Imperial Army ships. I'm not sure if South China Sea 2 is one of the eligible areas. Oh, it is. Good. South China Sea 1 and 2 are both options. It's got some nice tonnage on them. And then, what am I doing? It's not that one. It's this one. Not as nice as what we had, but still pretty good. All right. Four TDC markers. All right. 0, -2. Ah, boo. -2 over there. So these are equivalent, so we might as well go after the higher tonnage one. I don't think we'll have anything on him because we've got 6 attack minus his 3 defense would be 3. This guy's a 4 ASW, -1, and then, yeah. So over here, let's see if we can make a shot here. 6 minus 2 is 4. Minus 4 ASW is 0. Minus 1 for moving over a column is -1. But then the -2 TDC will bring it back up to 1. So we need a 1 or less. Nope. Again, they were backwards. Even that 3 wouldn't have sunk it anyway. Okay. I don't know if we want to that diligent escort around. I don't know if it makes sense to try to make another shot. We can't get away from it. We can only go here or here. We're going to have to flip at least 3. Well, there's only 3 left, so boy, I just don't know. You know what? We got to take a chance, I think. We'll go passive this time, though. They're probably all 3 going to be destroyers. Nope. Okay. Unlikely, but let's see what happens. If we could keep those each at a half, it might be doable, but they're probably going to go up. Yep. We got the Samadare. I think we had that one before. The Usugumo. Oh, then we need an auxiliary. Ooh, 20,000 ton oiler. Kazahaya. Probably not going to be possible to get him. Needed that -2 over here. All right, let's see if we have a shot on this little baby over here. We've got 6 attack, -2 for his defense is 4. We have 4, 5, 6, 7 ASW. So that's going to be -3. Column over makes it -4. That's a -3. It's only going to bring it up to -1. So we don't have a shot. They do get to counterattack, though. And I think I said they have 7 plus 1 red box is 8. Plus 3 for the ASW is 11. Minus our 4 defense puts him on the 7 row, which is kind of scary. We are cautious, so that cancels the reattack bonus. We need a 0 or a 1 to get away scot-free here. 7's going to be bad. On the 7 row, we are damaged. RTB. That was probably foolish, but just trying to make something happen here. All right, I think that just leaves us the 3 here in the Bismarck C, besides the one still in base. So I think we said we were going to send them over to the South Philippine Sea. So they will have a transit event only on a 9. Nope. Search and contact is just a straight roll. 3-5 is going to be nothing. So he is a B rating with the -1 modifier means a 5 or less. Nope. Next, the S31. He is same thing, just a 9 for the transit event. And then a straight roll for search and contact. 9-2, he found something. High density, small convoy. I need to look that up. High density, small convoy is going to be 322. Well, this looks promising, but we've said that before, and you've seen what can happen. Too far for that one. Let's try column B. Only a 2 rating, so we'll flip over both. Go standard posture. All right, so far so good. Need an auxiliary for that AP. And we have the Shiriya. Wow, 16,000 tons. Let's go. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Unfortunately, we've only got 3 attack rating, so that's going to be reduced to a 2. The TDC and the defense cancel each other out. No ASW, so we're going to need a 2 or less. Come on. Come on. We need this. Yes, yes. A 2 and a 9. Finally. Whew. 16,000 tons. So the S31. It's funny, the S30 got one of our kills last week too. So these S boats, you can't completely rule them out. S31 sinks the AO Shiriya. Shiriya. H-R-I-Y-A. 16,000 tons. Yes, that makes all those other misses we've had all week not feel so bad. All right, and that's still just the first attack round. Let's go. So we're going up to 244 ships and 16,000. So, wow. Let's see, we've got a lot of rolling over here to do. So this will go up 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which will roll this over, which will roll this over, which will bump this up, and then we still got another 10 to account for. So that puts us at 1,000,000. $1,013,000 tons. Awesome. And the Shiriya goes to the pile of shame. All right, let's see if we can get another. There's no counterattack. Here's my dilemma. It looks to be safe to slide over here so we don't have to flip this up. But then, how many times have we gotten burned with red balls in this column A, being destroyers or aircraft? I'm almost thinking we just stay here. We know what this is. It's a nice, easy target. We go cautious, so we only have to flip one over. Yeah, let's do that. Hoping it might be a warship. We've seen that carrier over there a few times. Stay nice and low. Nope. Asagumo. All right. Just get two of these. Let's put the other one here. Oh, that's probably out of the question. That might be. Let's see. That's going to be a 0 because it's the reattack round. But I think, yeah, even with a 0, we don't have a shot there because we're only going to have 2 after the torpedo reduction. His 2 knocks that away to 0. -1, -2. Yeah, we needed at least a -1 on there to have a, or no, I guess this is a 0, so it's really only -1. So we needed this to be at least a 0 or less to have a shot. This is going to be even worse because we're even assuming that's a 1, it's over a column, and that's an extra +1 there. So we don't have a shot this round. They will get to fire back at us though. So 2 plus, what do we got? Where are we? Oh yeah, we're in the South Philippine Sea. 1 red box, so that's 3 plus another 3 is 6. Minus our 2 defense is on the 3 to 4 column. We are cautious, so that negates the bonus they would have gotten for the reattack. So 3 is going to be nothing. Yep. All right. Well, it was too bad we didn't get to take a second shot there, but can't complain too much. He's a D rating, so he's going to need a 2 or less to stick around. Does not get it. That leaves the Finback. Patrol move over. Transit event on a 9 only. Ooh, close. And then straight roll for search and contact. And he gets a 6 and a 5. That's going to be a large convoy of the sparse variety. Sparse large convoy. Wrong war period. 1, 2, 1, 1. Okay, we got this here, so we're just going to end up with evading. Just going to end up with one ship in each column. I'll tell you what, I think I like my chances better with this not being dangerous versus this not being dangerous. So I think I will set up, got to flip 4, even 3, even if we go cautious. So let's set up over here. And let's just go, you know what, let's go aggressive. We haven't gone aggressive this whole week, I don't think. Oh, it's a destroyer, dang it. All right, get him replaced. Trying to hurry because the battery's getting low. 7-2, what was his name? Nagatsuki. All right, a couple of TDCs. They're aggressive, so these are both going to be -1. All right, so 6 becomes 5. -2 is 3. -2 more is 1. -1 for the column over. This is a -2 though now, so that adds 2 back. So we need a 2 or less. So my battery died just as I had made that roll. I'm so glad that I caught it on camera though, because it was in fact a hit. And the 5, even with the -1, we're at a 5,000 ton, is just enough to sink it. So we got another sunk ship. I did realize after the fact that I forgot to take into account the -1 die roll modifier for being aggressive. So actually, I think I originally figured it was going to be a 2 or less that I needed, but actually a 3 or less would have done it. But definitely a 1. So Finback has sunk a 5,000 ton merchant. So I've got that recorded on my sheet to add to the spreadsheet. We need to add it to our chart here. So that's going to be one more ship up to 245 and 5,000 more tons. Put us at 8 for 1,018,000 tons. All right. And I believe that was my first attack round. Or was that second? I'll need to review the footage from last night and see if we get to continue on a re-attack or not. I guess first we can go ahead and handle the counterattack. We'll definitely need to do that. And then I do not remember if this was first attack round or the re-attack round. So let's do, he's got 2 ASW. We're up in the, no, where are we? We're in the South Philippine Sea. So that's got 1 red box. So that'll make it 3. 3 for the war period. minus our 4 defense for our ship. He's going to be at 2, so he's on the 1 to 2 row. Well, I do need to know if this is a re-attack round or not, because that's going to be a die roll modifier. So hang on. All right, this is actually the first attack round, so he does not get the modifier for re-attack. He does get a +1 though because we were aggressive. So he's going to be a straight roll on the 1 to 2 column. You got a 6, which is going to be nothing. All right, well, I don't think there's much point in staying around for a re-attack because he's going to, between his defense and his ASW value, that's 9 right there that we got to overcome with only 5 attacks. So we'd have to stay aggressive. We'd have to get a -3 modifier, and then we could only a -3 TDC, and then we'd only be able to hit on a 0. So I don't like those odds. So we are going to just withdraw. So our A rating on the Finback lets him stay around on a 5 or less. And he does not. So he will RTB. And then I think that is going to do it for our subs at C. We just have a few over here to bring out. We'll start up here at Dutch Harbor. We'll have the S-23 head through the Aleutian Islands to the Coral Islands. There's no congregating risk, and he's on transit event side, so we're not going to have to do a transit check. We'll have him patrol there next turn. And then for Brisbane, which is the only other one we have some subs at, let's see where we want them to go. We have 3 of them, and they are a 6 and a couple of 4s. Well, this is an early Gatto. We need to get him headed back toward Pearl Harbor, or at least once that space opens up for refit. We've got one currently being refitted. I think we'll just send all 3 of them up here to the Bismarck Sea. Again, that gives them access to either South Philippine Sea or the Carolines. There's not really much point in patrolling these areas here with so few contacts. So yeah, and there's no red boxes in either area, so all 3 of them can just go up here, and we'll put them patrol side. All right, that's it for operations segment. So now we go to our end turn segment. Remember, we have some weather consequences that we have to deal with now. So remove or improve tropical storms and typhoons and check for typhoon damage as per 7.2.1. It's interesting, it only mentions typhoon damage, because from what I read, you also have to check for tropical storm damage. Yeah, according to 7.21, which is what it references, at the conclude turn phase, a die is rolled for each submarine that is in or has transited through or from a tropical storm op area during any part of the turn. On a result of 0, the submarine receives a damaged marker. So yeah, it looks like we have to do it for tropical storms as well. Looks to be a misprint on the sequence of play chart. So we've got, I recorded all of the subs that pass through there. Of course, we'll have to do it for the one that's currently there, which he already has a damage marker, so let's hope he doesn't get a second. That's the Pollack. So looking for anything but a 0. Of course we get a 0. Alrighty, so he gets a second damage marker. And I don't think we've had this happen yet, this scenario, but if any of you that watched my previous playthrough, we did have this happen a couple times. What you have to do when the sub gets a second damage marker is you have to roll a d10, and if it's equal to or less than their defense rating, then they just keep the second damage marker. Otherwise, they are sunk. So, just to double check that I'm remembering that correctly. There's a section on damage. Yep. Should a submarine receive a second damage marker, die is rolled. If it's greater than the defense rating, it is sunk. And then, assuming we make it back with the 2 markers, we'll have to roll twice on the damage table and add up the repair box numbers. And if the sum of those 2 is greater than 3, then they are a constructive total loss. All right, so we need a 2 or less to not be sunk. And we are sunk. So we lose the Pollack. Our subs lost goes up to 14. And we've got several more that pass through that area that we need to roll for. So I think also when we did those transit event checks for those ships moving through there, I forgot that you have to first roll a die, and only on a 0 to 3 do you do a transit event check. All right, so anyway, we've got, so we don't have to worry about the Pollack because he's sunk. We had the Snook. See where he ended up. There he is. So the Snook went through there, so we have to roll a die for him. He's safe. The Tunny also moved through there. Snook is spotted, don't want to lose that. So the Tunny is right there. No damage for that one. Who else did we have? The Plunger. Looks like all 4 of these. He's safe. And then the Seal was also one of them. safe. All right, and then there were the Sawfish and the Runner were the other two. I think they came over to the Marshalls. Yep, there's the Runner and the Sawfish. So we'll do black dye for the Runner, white dye for the Sawfish. And neither of them are zeros, so they are fine. Okay. Also, as part of this, it mentioned removing or improving tropical storms. Let me get back to this section. So here's the conclude turn weather activities. Typhoon 2s are removed from the map. Typhoon 1s and tropical storms are removed during December to May, which we're in April. So that tropical storm comes off. So the Marianas bad weather has cleared. And then otherwise, if it's the other months, you have to roll a die and they'll get removed on a 0 to 7. And any tropical storm that's not removed becomes a Typhoon 1. So I think that's all we got to do for weather in the conclude turn phase. Then we check to see if any spotted markers can be removed. We've got quite a few of those, I think. Let's see what we have here. There's one on the very bottom there. Let's see if he can remove that. Yes. 0 to 6 removes it. And over here, do we have any? Nope. Those guys just came out. We got some up here. See if that one can get removed. Yes. Any others hiding in there? There's one. Oh, he keeps his. And the one below. He removes his. All right, we can go ahead and get these ultra areas out of the way. So we did that one. None up there. One here. Just that one. He keeps it. Nothing there. Nothing there. Okay, I believe that is all of them. So then the last thing to do is to advance the date markers. So we're going to week 1 of May. So we'll have some fun stuff to do with May starting. I need to go through the IJN mix and see if there's any that need to come out of the mix and any that need to get added to the mix. And then we're going to have some reinforcements to come in. So some exciting things in the next episode. We'll recap the situation here at the end of April. We're at 245 ships sunk, totaling 1,000,000 and 18,000 tons, 1,018,000, and 13 subs lost, 14 subs lost, sorry. We lost another one this week. So I think what I'll do is in the comments of this video, I'll post a summary of all the action that we saw this month as far as which subs sunk what and what subs were lost. And then, yeah, next episode we'll jump into May. So thanks everybody for watching. I appreciate everyone who's sticking through it, watching all these episodes. I know they're long, but I'm having a great time playing the game. I hope you're having a great time following along at home. So we'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.